to talk about Idle No More, at least to her grade 9 group. What I found stressful was trying to contact everyone, like the speakers and the drummers, and I probably annoyed the hell out of them because I kept checking, are they still coming? And Melinda was with me, it was 6:28, and this main speaker still wasn't here, and I called her and I said, oh, you're at home? You're still at home? She's like, yeah, my babysitter's just on her way. I was like, hurry up! So we really, really, really did pull it off right at the last minute, but I think we pulled it off good. Mm-hmm. For me, what was really important from what I've seen from Idle No More was the drumming and singing, because it doesn't matter how resistant people are either to native issues or whatever's going on, like what we saw kind of on the Facebook, the resistance there. There's something about music and drumming and singing and being together that just, it transcends all that.
And it's non-intrusive. It's like what Idle No More is. It's that peaceful, non-violent approach, which I thought just fits so right? perfectly.
Yeah, it's not threatening, and that's kind of was the highlight for me. And to see people that I had pegged as fairly resistant at the start getting up and laughing and smiling and giving it a go and round dancing, for me that was magical. So many thanks to our classmates and much love to my group members. Yes. Okay, I'm done.
God, how do you know how to talk? Hi, Runa. Melinda here.
Justine, aka.
I think this class continually still mind fucks me.
Can I get a haul out for you?
Amen.
Sorry, Aruna. Do my best. This is how all semester's been.
But it's been in a good way. I think it's challenged my thinking, and it challenged my thinking in a lot of ways into looking at who I am as an individual and what do I stand for. And there's always been a lot of confusion, and I think with this group itself, it's been really neat for me personally because I've been an urban Aboriginal that has been exposed to children's services for about 19 and a half years of my life. And so I've had different experiences than my friend Kim here, and even though at some points it may have been quite similar, but the challenges I think are still the same, and just different interpretations of those challenges. And growing up as an urban Aboriginal, I've never always felt that I fit in with other non-urban Aboriginals. And so that I have Kim here, and she was always so open to reach out for me and talk to me, and there were some times where I'm like, hey. But she was always so honest, and I really appreciate that, and made me comfortable. And with Kaylin, here, it's been really, really nice to get to know Kaylin. She's always been the quiet one of the group, but she's got a lot of good insight.
I came into the group later, though.
I was like, you needed a warm up.
I wasn't actually part of it until
you would have been on the wall too.
Sit in the bed for a while, straighten her out.
And conversely, and conversely coming back, like I'm not going to fit in with the whites, because obviously skin tones, it's not going to work, right? But this class has made me think about a lot of patterns in my own life, and it's actually challenged me in a way where I noticed that I've been really apathetic about not standing up for myself. So before I used to fight with my words, and I'd always challenge people who would talk, oh, you're native? Well, not you. The other natives. You're not like the rest. And I would be like, what do you mean? I'm not like the rest. Like, what? I am native. Like, there's not less or best or whatever. Yeah. So I stopped fighting, and I stopped challenging people like that for the last few years, because I started thinking, why am I challenging people when I'm wasting my time because they're already so stuck? This class has allowed me to realize that the person that was stuck was me. I was being apathetic, and by being apathetic to that racism was acknowledging it's okay and allowing that to continue to be. And so recently, I always fight with my son's school, and I feel like they're trying to profile him, and so I stood up to the teacher, and he told me just the other day that he wanted to have a group meeting with him, 5 other teachers, sit down with me, for them to tell me what kind of plan they want to create to help him. And they've always tried to profile my son. They've always said he needs to be assessed. He never comes to school with a lunch. We have a lunch program, and it's not that you don't have money for the lunches. He chooses not to make lunches, and he's 14. He can make his own lunch. But anyways, I'm getting on a tangent. So, but what I said to this teacher, I said, you know what? What is he getting in your math class? He goes, 64%. I said, well, you know what? To me, that's being successful. I said, I never did grade 7, 8, 9. His grandfather never did. His grandmother never did. I said, everybody that's ahead of him, he's the only person in my family that is being successful at grade 8. And he is getting 64 in your class. That is success. Just because it's not in your viewpoint, how does that make me wrong? And I said, you know what, I bet your family has not gone through anything of what my family's gone through. My mother's part of the 60 Scoop. I was part of the 60 Scoop. Or, yes and no anyways, but it's I say I'm part of the 60 Scoop, but it's more or less like my mother didn't have the ability or the skills to raise me and my brother, and she abandoned us, right? And so is that part of the 60 Scoop? Sure, because I did get placed with a white family who tried to abolish my native history, but I always knew something was missing. So this class has helped me look at the patterns of like my own family history and challenge my own ideological thoughts. Like, why did I feel that maybe why did I feel I was different from you? Why did I feel like I was different from you? And obviously we've had different ways of growing up, but there's challenges for all of us. And I think, not to say that mine was any less stressful, because it probably was less stressful than your life.
Oh God. Seriously? Started telling them about this presentation, and I had my dad's parents in this weekend. That did not go over well. So that's the same thing, like hearing your thoughts and point of views, and this whole semester it's been like the privileged white person. I'm like, that's me. And I'm sitting there and I'm like,
but she handles it well.
And I'm like, I'm more stressed out than everybody.
No shame.
But it's so interesting, and I've written about this because I'm like, yeah, I come from this and this and this and this, and by basic standards, I've got it better than everybody. But if that's the case, why have I been more stressed out than everybody? Why have I spent the whole damn semester crying?
Why do you think you've been the most stressed out?
Because your whole world view just got
right?
Shattered.
And it's the same thing. Like, we're all going through the same process of that. Who am I? And I always thought I was, for the most part, an existentialist, and that apathetic view where, well, everyone's allowed their own thoughts, and you can't change people's minds, and you have to be accepting. Well, it's a little bullshit. Straight up.
She never swore until we turned on the camera, Ruda.
Just take it for show.
She swears on her
privilege. Welcome to the common folk.
Just trying to use our language.
But this group has been perfect because we all come from very different backgrounds, and we've all been able to have that ability to share different skill sets, and whether it was OCD, double OCD, laid back.
How you just stereotyping.
Fly on the wall.
He actually looks like Jesus.
Let's not go there.
And I'm still stressed out about this course. I don't know about the rest, but it still stresses me out. And
Well, of course,
and,
it's
and,
never
and,
gonna end.
and I'm
It's gonna
constantly
continue.
processing. Yeah, I'm always processing. Where does this come from? How does it come from? Why are my beliefs like this? Why is my values like this? How am I gonna look at it from a different perspective and try to respect those different values and not I don't have to agree with those values, but where's that other person coming from when they share those points of views? And if something's pissing me off, why is that pissing me off? What about it? And I constantly am going back and I think, every time I'm getting frustrated or pissed off, it's coming back to something that's happened to me prior. And something has triggered that, and I've carried emotional attachments to those situations. But anyways, having said that, I've really appreciated every single one of you who's here and shared wonderful laughters, and thank you.
Cheers.
Oh, there's Kayla. She's done now.
Yeah. And Caitlin's done her input.
I'm shy.
She's like, she's done.
Do you want me to go?
No, she's done it.
She's
Go.
getting
Well, you should go last.
I'm already going
Well,
last.
okay, you can go second last.
Voiceover.
Well, I came into this group late. I wasn't even supposed to be part of this group. But I'm really
But we're
glad.
glad you were.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm glad.
Do you remember your first day? You were standing there, you're looking around, and then we're just like, I don't know where Puller. Go with them. Okay. Come on.
I think I kind of jumped in there. I was like, Kaylin!
I was really happy that you were there. Because we did that scavenger thing together, and I was like, oh, I just want to be in this group. I can't even remember who was in my other group. Doesn't matter.
We took over.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun. Yeah. Sorry, I get really
Shut down.
yeah.
It's better than me. I just start crying.
Just like,
Shall I go?
Like that permission.
Well, to follow that powerful statement. It's really hard. No, I've actually really, really enjoyed working with this group.
For the majority of the time, we did not know what MRSA was.
That's one of the fun parts, though. I really enjoy that. I actually don't like telling people what I am, because people always ask, and then I'm like, or they ask me, they try to ask different questions. They're like, oh, what language do you speak? Try to figure out that way, and I'm like, English. And then they're like, oh, where are your parents from? Like, oh, they live here in Calgary. And they're like, no. They just try to ask me anything. So I hardly ever, I don't know. It's like a game. So I just don't tell people.
I don't even remember how we got it out of you.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it was the residential schools that.
Yeah, I think so, possibly. But yeah, no, I've actually, when I was younger, my mom worked as a social worker on a reserve, and she always used to take me, and I always used to hang out with everyone, the elders and stuff, on a Tanaha reserve. So I always felt like I fit in there a lot. They accidentally put me on the wall in their new residential school that they made into a hotel. They put me in this picture of an elder, and they're like, elder holding a Tanaha baby, but it's definitely me, but haven't told them yet. I suppose. I think some of them know, but I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, and then
That's pretty scary.
yeah. And then a couple years ago, 2 years ago, I think. I was on the C train. I almost got beat up by this Aboriginal lady. And then,
Really?
yeah, yep. And nobody helped me. And I was like, okay.
Why?
No reason.
No reason. Actually,
I'm
no
kidding.
reason. She thought, because it was like facing backwards. You know, the train sometimes faces you backwards. And I didn't know where I was going, so I kept like turning around to look at the window, like in that direction. And then she was like sitting 2 seats behind me, and she kept yelling. I didn't even think she was yelling at me. And then I was like texting my cousin, because my cousin was picking me up. I was like, yeah, I'm almost at the stop. And then she's like, oh, now you're just going to text on your phone, da-da-da. And she like stands up and starts walking me. She's like, I'm going to punch you in the face, like da-da-da. And I was like, what? And I was like, up against the glass. And she was like, punch you in the face. Beep, beep, beep. And then, yeah, and like nobody else, everyone else was just like totally like, and then I just like jumped over the seat and got off because it was my stop.
Oh
but
my God.
yeah, and then I was like, well, I guess I don't fit in with that crew anymore. But now I do again.
Lost over
Yeah, I was like, I thought I fit in with you guys. Yeah, I don't know. I guess she was probably on something, I suppose, because I wasn't staring at her, but she's just having a bad day. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, but I'm glad that I fit in here. Yeah, I don't know why anyone didn't help. Everyone just sat there. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know what?
They think you're actually more likely to be safer with one person
Yeah.
versus like 10
Yeah.
or more, you know, because
They all assume someone else will do something instead.
Yeah,
of
and then
you.
if nobody else perceives it as like an emergency, then they're
They
not
don't either.
either, right? So, but yeah, crap, that is social psychology. So it played. Played out like that. Quite accurate, good way. Yeah.
well, at least
Not
she didn't
to
get her ass
like-
kicked.
But yeah, thank goodness my stop was there.
Maybe they thought it
I've
was
never
your
been
mother.
punched in the face, and I'm glad that
Or do you
didn't
want
actually
to
happen.
be?
Yeah, she
Oh, man.
looked very strong, so it wouldn't have turned out well. I wouldn't be here sitting looking like I do right now.
All dolled up and everything.
Like a good middle Alex sweater.
Climax sweater.
Life would have been very different. No, but I'm glad that I actually fit in well with everyone here. Beauty of being mixed. Beauty of the racially ambiguous.
Oh, hold on, Melinda. We haven't had a
And now I think
No, I know, that's why.
okay, yeah, now we'll hear from Marty.
Marty.
Oh, she's gonna show them.
My name's Marty.
I'm a movie star.
Marty McFly.
And I played in such movies with
What's his name?
Leonardo DiCaprio. Yeah, I was in that one. Was him there once.
played in such movies, The Lust of the Mohicans.
You drove in that one.
Get stopped in
50
Lloydminster.
Shades of Marty.
Yeah. Books on shelves, Arena.
Available at a bookstore near you.
I don't know what to say about him.
I'm just awesome.
I really enjoyed working with these girls.
Ladies were great.
Thanks for all the hard work.
Nice group of babes.
It was real easy.
Originally, the idea of going to schools was my idea.
But I didn't follow up.
Yeah. That fell through.
It's a good thing we had Viv here.
Yeah. And the British mom pieced it together for us. Great time.
I'm still waiting for my dinner.
Gave her my pants.
Thanks, Marty.
Yeah, I don't know what else he has left.
Sleep. I think that's a wrap. Literally from Vivian.
Yeah.
There's no rapping coming from me.
Oh yeah, I think. Did you have a rap?
You had a rap. You had a rap.
I do not have a rap.
I don't
It's a
know
British
more.
rap.
No, I do not have a rap.
Oh, it's begun.
This is the start. This is the course. Refrain.
Somebody give her a beat. No.
I do not have a rap because I really rock. I don't know what to say. Thank you, Rita.
As you can see, keeping on topic was not our strength. We probably could have done with a bit more strict deadlines for ourselves.
We just had a lot of horseshoes.
And a lot of planning. Yeah, we just had a lot of luck.
horseshoes.
A lot of luck and a lot of hard work on Vivian's part. Thank goodness for all the connections she's made.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Friends we could call them.
And their friends. Well,
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Thanks for coming
This
into
is
our
a great
world,
class.
Sabrina.